There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name. Hey, yo, what's going on right now? You're watching Casino Is the Name, and a few of you guys have been asking me to do some kind of story time with Casino, and I figured I'd do it like this. I'm in my room, so, it's a more intimate setting. It's really me, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to let you guys know a little bit about myself. Now, you guys may know I'm an accountant and that I might have had a colorful upbringing, but you may not know how colorful of an upbringing it was. So I wanted to talk to you guys about a time that I was actually surrounded by the SWAT team. Yeah. So, all right, here we go. I'm about 15 years old. I had to be exactly 15 years old because I was driving for an older relative to turn himself, well, he wasn't going to turn himself in. He was going to sign in with his probation officer or parole officer or whoever it was. They told him, now he knew he had kind of got caught up in some things or whatever, but they told him all he had to do was come in and they will just let him sign in, talk to him for a little while, and give him some pointers. They told him he wasn't going to be being locked up or anything like that, but for him to just come in and sign in and kind of like just talk to them in the office or whatever. So he told me to drive, even though it was his car and he normally drives his car. He knows that they know that he is not supposed to be driving. So I'm 15, I had a learner's license, and I'm like, cool. But I'm like, well, what happens if you get pulled over? He said, well, he has a fake license. And he would just kind of just say, well, if you get pulled over, the regular police officers won't know that this is a fake license. But, your license is real. So all you have to do is just be riding with an adult, 18 or 21 and old or over or whatever it is, if you have a learner's license. So I was like, okay, cool. Of course I'm down for whatever, At this point in time in my life, I was down for pretty much, whatever. So I jump in the car, we drive to and we had to go to the courthouse in Tallahassee. And so we go there and we go in, we park, we go in, we chilling, we talking, just like, what we're going to do after we leave there or whatever. So we go in, we go upstairs, we go to the office that we're supposed to go to. We go to the front, he signs in, he gives them his name, and they're like, okay, cool, we'll let them know you're here. Can you guys go stand over on the side? So no big deal. We stand on the side, and me and him just talking or whatever. And there's other people in the office as well. Like, it's like maybe like 2 or 3 people there. And so we're standing on the side, we're just talking, and everything. And then we see 6 SWAT team members walk in. They got the masks, the shields, everything. And we're like, whoa, like, because he got like the SWAT, on the vest. And we're just like, man, that's crazy, we never really, I haven't ever seen a real SWAT team before, right? And, we're in like the courthouse type, it's actually the courthouse in like Leon County, Tallahassee or whatever, Tallahassee, Florida. So we're like in the courthouse, but we up like wherever we are in whatever room, like whatever floor or whatever. And so we're up there and the SWAT team comes in and we kind of like step out their way because where you sign in, there's a door where those, like let's say you're looking at the people that you sign in with. And so there's a door to access, to go back there where they are. So when you come in, let me go back. Let me say this right. So when you walk in the room, the door you come in, there's a glass there with people where you sign in. So the SWAT team came in the door. We had just came in and we moved out their way so that they can go straight through to the other door to go behind there where the other people going. Because that's where it looked like they're going, right? So we move out the way and, we just like, whoa, that's crazy. And so they were headed towards the door, and then they just kind of turned and went around in a circle. And we were like, yo, what are they doing? Because it was like 6 of them, right? With the masks and the shields and the SWAT vests and everything, and, the guns and everything. And so they surround us. And we're like, oh, what are they doing? Because, it was other people in the room, but they were like in those corners or whatever. And so they surround us. And I'm like, what? Like we both like kind of like, what's going on? And immediately, it was kind of like this, right? So you guys, imagine that you guys are me, all right? My older family member, we're both kind of like looking around like this. Now, I'm him, you're me. And once they surround us, he says, hey man, just tell everybody I'll be home when I can. Tell them I'm gonna call them when I can. And I was like, what? And soon as he did that, or as soon as I said, what? One of the SWAT members says, they call his name. I'm not calling no names. So they call his name and they tell him to, get on his knees and, put his hands behind his back. Right? Now, I am standing with him. Okay? Right? Like I am standing with him in this kind of standoff with the SWAT team. Right? I'm 15. I'm 15 years old. And I'm hood, right? Because we from the hood. Like, it is what it is. I caught the bus in Basin Street Projects to go to school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the hood. Like, people know, right? But, so, being surrounded by the SWAT team and having this kind of like moment where they're like seemingly prepared to be hostile with us. He gets down on it, he gets down and I am now like, because I'm standing with him, I'm trying to decide, do I need to get down, do I need to put my hands behind my back too? Like, I don't even know at this point. So I figured I would just try, to see if they're going to try to arrest me or not. I don't know, but I'm standing there with him. I'm 15 and it's 6 of them around us and they are in this defensive stance, like, we're behind us, in front of us, beside us. And so it's not a very big circle. Like they're pretty close to us. And so they're just standing there with the shields and they got the gun. And I was just like, well, I have to move just to see if I can even move, right? So I kind of ease a step to like go in between them to let them know I'm just trying to like leave, but I ain't saying nothing. Like nobody's saying anything else, He's just, getting in whatever position they wanted him to get into. And I'm just like, hands up, kind of like, hey, let me get up out of here. And so I get in between and, they didn't move. And so now I know I can leave, right? So I ease in between. I have to walk in between SWAT members to like leave, right? So I'm like, so I go between them. And at this time, mind you, I'm very hood at this point in time in my life. I have no education. I mean, in high school, but like, no formal education like college, no degrees. This is before degrees. This is before the military. I'm rough around the edges. Trust me, I'm rough around the edges. So I'm pretty sure my hair is like wow at this point. I probably have some kind of like, I don't know, maybe braids or afro or something. I don't know. Or maybe I had like the goatee that was long. I don't even remember. But I know I was kind of thugging it. I probably was in there with a tank top on, you know what I'm saying? Pants sagging, you know what I mean? Like, I was what I was at the time. And so I am, I'm easing between them. And so I'm like in kind of like shocked a little bit, like, whoa, like this is crazy. And it happened in a place that you wouldn't even expect the SWAT team to be in there because, he ain't get picked up. They ain't come to the crib. They ain't do none of that. Like, they got him there. So, as I'm like leaving out, remember, I'm 15. I ain't even supposed to be driving by myself yet, right? And I'm in the city and I'm leaving the courthouse and I was just surrounded by the SWAT team. Normally, I wouldn't even be thinking like, I drive a car, I'm 15, I don't care nothing about the police, I don't care nothing about being pulled over, like not thinking that I would even get pulled over is what I'm saying. Like I'm not thinking that, but because I just got surrounded by the SWAT team, I'm 15, shouldn't even be driving by myself. I have to drive back home. I'm in the city. I don't, in my mind, I'm like, I don't know if they're watching me. Like, it was crazy. It was just a crazy situation. But then I had to get on the phone with our family or whatever and be like, yo, this happened. And it was just like for me to even be notifying them of us being surrounded by like the SWAT team was crazy. But I got a bunch of crazy situations like that I can talk about, man. And so this is actually kind of cool. I look forward to doing more of these little crazy stories. Have any of you guys ever been surrounded by the SWAT team? See, I turned my life completely around. This is my actual bedroom. This is not like a green screen on this video or anything. Turn my life completely around. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, share this video, subscribe, whatever it is. If you find this video even remotely interesting, I appreciate you. Right now you're watching Casino Is the Name, and I'm out.
Beat me up, Scotty. Me and
her together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. Cause I come from the bottom, I come from the street. When she first saw me, she say, who is that? When a man saw me, he called me a threat. I'm the one that really live with a rap. They ain't never did it, they ain't really trap.
Say you want to be successful. But what's stopping you? Can't nothing stop you from being successful except for you. You standing in your own way. I came from the bottom. I ain't know nothing but the grind. You can't tell me nothing about that. I called the Busted Basin Street Projects in Tallahassee, Florida. You hear me? I used to think $1 million would last me my whole life. I'd have made that and spent that. $1 million ain't enough. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name.